And we're ready to get going here with the boys contest. This afternoon, we've got Glidden Ralston playing host, of course, to Guthrie Center. Starting lineups, first of all, for the visiting Guthrie Center Tigers, coached by Randy Moaning. They go with Heath Hockenberry, Michael Lewis, Ben Richter, Alex York, and Kurt Hunt. Starting five for Glidden Ralston. Not afraid to change it up is Coach Kirk DeLean, assisted by Craig Lynch. This afternoon, starting five, Jeremy David, Jason Rohrbeck, Clay Morris back in there, Nathan Seaton, and Tony Whitaker. Glidden Ralston, after their win last night over Stuart Menlo, even their conference record to 2-2. Steal by number 41, that's York, and we've got a blocking foul called against Nathan Seaton, I do believe. It is against number 30. Committing the first foul of the ball game. Shot from the outside, but standing out of bounds when he received the pass was Michael Lewis. Pretty experienced ball club here for Guthrie Center. Got 3 seniors and 2 juniors in the starting lineup for Glidden Ralston. They go with a freshman, 2 juniors and 2 seniors. Freshman, 1 junior, 2 juniors and 2 seniors, that is correct. And no score as of yet. 1 minute gone by here in this contest. Like last night, Glidden Ralston trying to make it a sweep here as, in case you missed it, Glidden Ralston, the Lady Wildcats, won it over Guthrie Center 41-39. A last-second steal and layup by Amy Hamos to give Glidden Ralston a 4-1 conference record now. Guthrie Center coming out in a tough man-to-man defense, keeping a close watch on Rohrbeck. Not close enough that time as Jason Rohrbeck backs down the deuce. And that's the first basket of the ball game. With the ball, that's Heath Hockenberry. Ben Richter, number 33, with it there. Coming out top, that's York. His jumper short. Rebound pulled down by Rohrbeck for Glidden Ralston. Dropping it down for Tony Whitaker. Takes it up strong, and that's Whitaker's ball. Ball game, as we know, very strong underneath. Nice recognition from Rohrbeck to find him down there. It's 4-0 now Glidden Ralston. The Wildcats have a little bit of a bone to pick here with the Tigers. As second conference game of the season, Glidden Ralston lost big, kind of out of it in that ball game from what I understand, down in Guthrie Center. We have a foul on the floor before the basket. It's Jason Rohrbeck getting his first foul, second team foul committed by the Wildcats. 4-0 our score. Glidden Ralston out in front early. And there's that play where team's not real familiar with this floor. It was Curtis Hunt stepping in that restricted area on the inbounds play. Acting like he wasn't sure exactly about that rule. He's aware of it now, you could bet. Morris, tough little stop jumper, gets the roll. 3 different players now have scored for Glidden Ralston. 6-0 is the count. Michael Lewis with the basketball. That's Richter from the outside, no good. Another rebound for Rohrbeck. He'll slice through the lane. Can't get it to go down. Whitaker had it tapped away by York. And Lewis now working against Seaton, top of the key. Good. Michael Lewis, a junior, gets his team on the scoreboard now. It's 6-2. 3 minutes now gone by in this ball game. David, Jeremy David, knocks down the 3. And the lead now is 9-2. Glidden Ralston has got to like the way they've started out here in this ball game. Last night, they won it by 15 over Stuart Menlo. And Jason Rohrbeck, big night for him, 25 points on the evening. Andy Pudens came off the bench to hit some key shots. He had 10. There's a steal. Rohrbeck, very alert. Second basket for Rohrbeck now, and Coach Randy Moaning wants a timeout. Clay Morris got the steal and the bucket. Almost missed that one. I was looking at this bench. And Morris took the steal and got the hoop. 13-2 our score. Timeout on the floor. Well, Coach Kurt Talene going with a little quicker guard tandem here with Clay Morris and Jeremy David Bolton there. It's paying some early dividends. Morris with the steal and the hoop gives his team an 11-point lead here early on. And there's a three-pointer by Richter. 13-5 now the score. Morris had it slapped away. Not quite able to contain it was Hockenberry. He lost it out of bounds. Just about halfway through this opening period. You don't see it happen very often to the home team, but that time Clay Morris in that restricted area turns the ball right back over to Guthrie Center. Michael Lewis with the ball. Nathan Seaton, kind of the defensive specialist for Glidden Ralston. And that ball somehow stayed out as Kurt Hunt will go to the free throw line now. He was fouled by Tony Whitaker. First personal on Tony. Third team foul committed by Glidden Ralston. 8-point Wildcat lead here. First period. Blair Denner checking in for Glidden Ralston now to give Nathan Seaton the rest. Glidden Ralston had a nice showing last night against a taller Stuart Menlo squad. Did a nice job defensively, spearheaded by Nathan Seaton against their big man. Hunt gets one of two, and the lead has been cut down to 13-6. Morris needed some help, and Danner got caught in the lane too long. So Guthrie Center here putting a halt on the momentum that Glidden Ralston had, at least momentarily, trying to get things going their way. Alex York, the senior, along with Hockenberry, number 13 there. That's Lewis, a junior, as Glidden Ralston out in that man-to-man defense. Richter, who's knocked down a three-pointer already. There's Lewis's three-point try, no good. Rebound by Hunt, and we're going to have a walk. Actually, that was not Hunt, that was York. Shuffled his feet as he collected himself to go up for his jumper. Still a 7-point Wildcat lead, 13-6. 3 minutes left, opening period. Defensive intensity picking up here just a bit for Guthrie Center. All over the floor is Lewis fighting hard for it. And he gets it off now to his teammate Hunt. And the Tigers will have the ball. Lewis drives to the basket. They give him the lane, and he takes it. Second basket for Michael Lewis. And the lead is dwindling now, 13-8. Of course, when you get off to a fast start like Glidden Ralston did very early in the ball game, you know that very rarely does that lead hold up. You need to keep the pressure on the entire time you're out there. Tough little fall-away jumper by Rohrbeck. Nothing but black shirts underneath. Lewis wrestles it away from his teammate. Guthrie Center, Hockenberry. His three-pointer just a bit off the mark, and Whitaker's checking out nicely, gets that carom. A little drought here for Glidden Ralston here as of late. Tough shot by Whitaker, and he will draw the foul. Goes against Kurt Hunt, his first. And actually the first team foul committed by Guthrie Center here in this ball game. 1:54 left, first period. Tony Whitaker at the line. Well, get more from White Outdoor, like more ways to help you save money on snowblowers. Ask about their prices, financing options, and their great dealer service. That's Lindy Equipment, your local White dealer at 108 South Idaho Street in Glidden. Or just give them a call at 659-3725. Lindy Equipment. Tony Whitaker, the senior, good free throw shooter. Trying to give his team the lead of 7, and he does. Pressure being applied full court by Glidden Ralston. Checking into the ball game is Marcus Lewis, freshman, and he's on the receiving end of breaking that pressure. And we got a foul against Hockenberry on the push. Five-point lead enjoyed by Glidden Ralston here. Andy Pudens has checked into the lineup for Glidden Ralston now. That's him with the ball. Trying to get Vorbeck down low. It was intercepted by Marcus Lewis, and then stepping out of bounds was Michael Lewis. And we got a 30-second timeout called by Glidden Ralston. 15-10 Wildcats. Minute 25 left, opening period. Blair Danner will do the inbounding for Glidden Ralston. Clay Morris having some trouble with Hockenberry out of the top of the key. Spin move, a nice adjustment in the air by Jason Rohrbeck. Saw that if he went straight up, had a good chance of it being blocked, so he adjusted the shot and got it to go. Nathan Beck in there, the senior. Under pressure, he travels. Jeremy David checks back in for Clay Morris. 1 minute left, first period. 17-10, Glidden Ralston. Trying to avenge an earlier loss, a big loss. Lost by 22, I believe, in Guthrie Center earlier. And they're going to get Pudens with the foul, sweeping in from the outside. For Andy, his first, and the 4th team foul committed by the Wildcats. They've led by as many as 11 here in this first period. Their lead stands at 7 right now. York gets it off to Lewis. Lewis very quick with the ball. And knocking down the shot with Nathan Beck. Left alone, and he makes him pay. 17-12 now. Danner tries to shovel past that one in there. Last touched by York over there for Guthrie Center as John Augustus checks in for Glidden Ralston, replacing Tony Whitaker. Danner to inbound. Finds Rohrbeck, who gets it into Pudens, his follow-away jumper. Bit too strong. Rebound handled by Marcus Lewis, just a freshman, number 55. That's Michael Lewis. No good on that attempt, and now Pudens. We'll see if the Wildcats elect to wait for the last shot of the quarter. They lead by 5, 17-12. David finds Rohrbeck near side. Guthrie Center playing that man-to-man defense. Down to 4 seconds now, and Rohrbeck, I'm not sure if he's aware of the time, takes an off-balance three-pointer. No good. 17-12 at the end of 1. Glidden Ralston with the lead. Rohrbeck, 6 points in that first period for Glidden Ralston as his team enjoys a 5-point lead. Michael Lewis with 2 baskets, leading the way for Guthrie Center in the scoring column. On the floor to start this second quarter for the Wildcats, Andy Pudens, Jeremy David, Blair Danner, John Augustus, and Jason Rohrbeck. So the only starters on the floor as York steals that one and can't convert. Rohrbeck quickly coming back the other way. Going to call the travel against Jason Rohrbeck. Could have called a foul a couple of different times against Hockenberry there. Only starters on the floor right now for Glidden Ralston are Jeremy David and Jason Rohrbeck in Guthrie Center. Not exactly taking care of the ball the way Coach Randy Molding would like to see them take care of it. Marcus Lewis comes out. Michael Lewis checks back in, as does Kurt Hunt. Nathan Beck will get a rest for Guthrie Center. York again going for the steal. Going to call a travel on Rohrbeck there, and can't wait to see that one on tape because I almost guarantee you he did not drag his pivot foot, but his movement just looked awkward, and the backside official almost always going to call a traveling on that. It's too bad that it comes to that, but you always have to be fluid with your motion, otherwise it draws attention to the officials. This time John Augustus, the guilty party, as Tony Whitaker will check back in. And getting his first action for today is Justin Walters, a junior, off the bench now for Coach Talene. 17-12, Glidden Ralston. They've led the entire first period and the first minute of the second period here so far. Michael Lewis, very dangerous when he's got the ball on the move like that, very quick. He now has 6 points. The lead is cut down to 3. Spin move by Danner. And we've got a foul called on Guthrie Center. It will go against Kurt Hunt, his second. Danner at the free throw line now. And Dan and Kathy Nace, owners of the Wildcat Hardware, invite you to stop by and check out their new sports line for all your fishing and hunting needs. Open weekdays until 6 p.m., Thursday evenings from 7 to 9, and Saturdays from 8 until 1. Or just give them a call at 659-3444. That's the Wildcat Hardware. And with 4 locations, the folks at the Farmers Co-op Elevator in Glidden, Litterdale, Lanesboro, and Carroll are there when you need them. Stop and see them for your farm needs. That's the Farmers Co-op. Another one of our proud sponsors of Wildcat basketball. Steal by Whitaker. And he will set things up. 19-14, and we got a foul called on Hockenberry as Morris tried to create something on the baseline. Second personal on Heath Hockenberry. 4th team foul against Guthrie Center. Walters will inbound it for the Wildcats. The lead is 5. David had nothing there. He's being guarded closely by Ben Richter. Whitaker, little shovel pass. And actually Walters was heading towards the basket. Whitaker expected him to stay on the wing, and the ball goes out of bounds. Lewis, and you really got to put pressure on him. And he returns the favor with the pass. Expecting his man to be one spot. And he is not. Goes out of bounds back to Glidden Ralston. And we got another foul on John Augustus on the grab. Probably not a bad foul right there, as Lewis, as quick as he is on the dribble, probably would have had an uncontested layup on that play. As quickly Jason Rohrbeck up off the bench to check back in. Wildcats hanging on to a 5-point lead, 19-14. Richter near side. He can hit the 3. At least he hit one earlier. Hockenberry. And they're really looking to go through Lewis for their offense, and he will get called for the charge. Got himself in the air, and nice job on the defense for Glidden Ralston to stand their ground and draw the contact. For Lewis, just his first. 5th team foul now against the Tigers. Well, the game started out scoring ablazing, but now it's quieted down just a bit. Morris, no good, and quickly back comes York. There's Richter going to try a 3 from the other side. York right there for the rebound. Works his way inside, and he'll be called for the charges. A little too aggressive to the officials' liking. Stoppage of play right now as the official talks with Guthrie Center head coach. Explaining to him why he called the foul that he did. Get to see York. Ruler was playing with some fire that time down the floor. Wanted the ball once he got it. Made a spin move and put a Wildcat on his back. Got called for the personal foul. Still 19-14 after that travel by Walters. Both teams have been a little while since they've seen the bottom of the basket here. 5 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first half as Nathan Seaton getting set to check back in for Glidden Ralston. Lewis behind the arc. Hunt battles with Whitaker, and Hunt wins that one. Gets the ball, is shut down, and gets it off to York. This time he completes the play. First basket for the senior, Alex York. The lead has been cut down to 3 now, and the steal by Lewis. Weaving his way inside, and they're going to call a foul on Justin Walters, I do believe. Well, they actually called Jason Rohrbeck's number. Thought initially they had it on Walters, who was number 22. The official said 1-2, and I don't know if Rohrbeck was close enough to the play to commit that foul, but it belongs to Jason. That is his second. And that will send Lewis to the free throw line. He now has 7 points, and I think the official might correct the personal foul. And it was on Justin Walters, not Jason Rohrbeck. Guthrie Center has pulled back to within 2 points now. 19-17 is our score. 4 minutes, 47 seconds left, first half. Alex York, I tell you, really working hard underneath. Not to be denied, and he ties it up with his second basket of the ball game. We're knotted up at 19. Jason Rohrbeck, more of a slasher than a physical player, and we're going to call the foul on Hunt, I believe, the junior. That is the third personal now on Kurt Hunt. And Jason Rohrbeck steps up to the free throw line. Well, First Bank and Trust in Glidden is your full-service bank for all your checking and savings needs. See them for loans for your business or farm operation. First Bank and Trust in Glidden has an in-house computer system and convenient banking hours. The First Bank and Trust in Glidden, member FDIC. And of course, Schoen Lumber Company in Glidden is the place to go for home or business building supplies. They carry a full line of building materials, and be sure to take advantage of their free delivery. Call 659-3795. That's Schoen Lumber, right here on West 1st Street in Glidden. 1 of 2 for Jason Rohrbeck on the free throw line. 20-19 now. Glidden Ralston with that 1 point lead. Marcus Lewis with the ball now, who is checked back in, a freshman. Michael Lewis gets the roll. Almost looks like Michael Lewis, when he decides to take it to the basket, there's not much Glidden Ralston can do about it. At least they haven't so far. 4 minutes left, second period. Nathan Seaton had the ball stripped away from him. York now takes a few steps. Got a little bit out of control there and didn't take just a few. He took many steps on his way to the basket that time. Guthrie Center, though, has claimed a 1 point lead. And this time they're going to get Lewis with the reach in, coming across the arm. Second on Michael. Glidden Ralston in the bonus, so Tony Whitaker will be at the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1 here. Tony Whitaker, good free throw shooter, as overall this Glidden Ralston team is. Tony Whitaker, Andy Pudens, Jason Rohrbeck, all very, very good from the free throw line. In fact, Whitaker has 4 of his 6 points from the stripe in this first half, and those two give his team the lead once again, 22-21. Alex York will get a break. 4 points for him and some tough inside play. Lewis picked up his dribble in the corner. Gets it back, however. As Glidden Ralston extending their man-to-man defense now. Seeing if they can't make it a little tougher for the guards of Guthrie Center to get the pass to the inside. Marcus Lewis had his shot blocked. Back out to Richter for three, no good. Morris the rebound. Doesn't really have numbers and overshoots Nathan Seaton. Glidden Ralston hanging on now with a 1-point lead, 22-21. 3 minutes left, second period. Lewis, nice defense by Seaton there. Very congested as most of the Guthrie Center players crashing the boards. Not spreading it out a whole lot as Richter making good use of his opportunities. He has 5 points now. He's taken 2 shots, I believe, and knocked them both down. One was a three-pointer. Guthrie Center back to with a 1-point lead. David lost it momentarily. Ball battle for tap back to Richter. And he knew it. His bounce pass a little bit wild. Goes out of bounds. So Glidden Ralston will get it right back. I know it's hard when you get the ball and you see a lot of open space in front of you. You want to go 100 miles an hour to get to that basket. Got a foul called. And that will send Jeremy David to the free throw line for Glidden Ralston. Foul committed by number 55, Marcus Lewis. Jeremy David with a three-pointer to his credit so far this afternoon. Very similar to how he started the game last night. Knocked down a three-pointer early, then was held scoreless until the second half where he added a bucket. He has a free throw there to tie things up at 23. Doesn't get the roll there, and York flailing the elbows, comes down with it. So we approach 2 minutes left here in the first half. Marcus Lewis trying to dribble out of some pressure by Rohrbeck. As the Glidden Ralston defense pushing the Guthrie Center offense out farther and farther on the floor. But Guthrie Center's really done a nice job on the offensive boards, keeping the ball alive. Has gotten themselves a lot of second chance opportunities here. There's Richter, good shooter. That one rolls around off the top. And I think they're going to call a foul on that play against York, I believe. On Alex, that is his second personal. Glidden Ralston now in the double bonus, I do believe. So Jeremy David will be at the line for two. A minute 34 left here, first half. Looks like we're really going to have a high-scoring affair. The way things started off, Glidden Ralston taking an early 13-2 lead in the opening moments of this ball game, and then things settled down and both teams got their defenses to step it up just a bit, and the scoring has quieted just a bit. David has missed his last two free throw attempts, makes good on that one. 2 for 4 from the free throw line, and Glidden Ralston once again reclaims a 1-point lead. Minute and a half left in this second period. Ball a little bit out of control. They're going to call the double dribble against Nathan Beck. Jason Rohrbeck along with Andy Pudens, Clay Morris, Blair Danner, and Tony Whitaker in there right now for Coach Kirk DeLean. Whitaker fighting with Lewis. Both players on the ground. Now Hockenberry comes away with it, and Clay Morris steps in there and commits the cheapie. Guthrie Center also in the bonus situation. That will send Heath Hockenberry to the free throw line. He has no points as of yet. His team trails by 1, 24-23. Gets the kind roll on the first one, earns himself another one. Glidden Ralston trying to make it a sweep this afternoon and also trying to avenge a couple of losses earlier in the season to the Guthrie Center squads. The girls did just that in the first game, winning it. Glidden Ralston 41, Guthrie Center 39, and the boys in a dogfight here. We're all tied up at 24 with 1:02 left in this first half. Checking in the ball game now for Guthrie Center is number 51. I believe that's Curtis Sorensen in there for the Tigers. Morris has it, kicked out of bounds. Rohrbeck comes out up high to get the ball. Pudens, he can hit those three-pointers. Little running floater. No good. The tap in by Rohrbeck. Couple of chances. Still being batted around. Whitaker trying to reclaim it for Glidden Ralston. Does. Now Morris open from 10. Knocks it down. 6 points for Clay Morris. 26-24 now. 30 seconds left. Second period. Nice job, Glidden Ralston that time on the offensive side of things. Just would not let that one die until they got a bucket out of that exchange. Now Guthrie Center going to try to settle for the last shot here of this first half. Down to 13 seconds, and that's the man you want to have the ball, Michael Lewis. Very good creator, and Danner bails him out with the reach in. That will send Lewis to the free throw line with 8 seconds left. Michael Lewis, a junior, 9 points so far in this first half. Just rolls off the front of the lip. Here comes Pudens now for Glidden Ralston. Nice pass to Blair Danner. And the Wildcats put together a couple of baskets before the buzzer sounds, and they lead it at the break. 28-24 is our halftime score. Glidden Ralston enjoying that 4-point lead for the Wildcats in that first half. Jason Rohrbeck leading the way with 7 points. Tony Whitaker and Clay Morris added 6 apiece. Guthrie Center, their main scorer in that first half was Michael Lewis. He had 9. Ben Richter was next with 5 points. Guthrie Center starts off the second half with the basketball. Reminder of their starting 5. Heath Hockenberry, Michael Lewis, Ben Richter. Got Alex York and Kurt Hunt. For Glidden Ralston, you have Clay Morris. Blair Danner in there now to start the second half. Nathan Seaton. Jason Rohrbeck with the rebound right there. And Tony Whitaker also starting off the second half for Glidden Ralston. Man-to-man defense being applied by Guthrie Center. Nice little move. Tony Whitaker. Old Tony plays a lot bigger than he is. Nice job of creating space for himself. And doesn't take much of a crack like Rohrbeck. These two guys don't need much room to get their shot off. The lead is back to 6. There's Alex York to answer. Rolls out on him. Clay Morris picks up a screen now for Rohrbeck. Now Danner. That's a tough little shot taken, but he does draw the foul. And it will go against Alex York. His third personal. Just underway here in the second half. Glidden Ralston enjoying a 6-point lead, and a 5-second call as Danner took too long to get it in. Not all his fault. Teammates didn't exactly work to get open that time too much. The Wildcats picking up full court pressure here. Little man-to-man full court. Hockenberry working against Morris. Drops it off to Lewis now, near side. That pass to nobody, and Blair Danner claims it for Glidden Ralston. Travel called against Jason Rohrbeck. Got his steps mixed up just a bit. We have a timeout on the floor called by Guthrie Center. 30-24, Glidden Ralston. Coach Randy Moning wanted to talk things over just a bit with his squad to make sure they didn't give up too many quick points here in the opening moments of this third period. Guthrie Center, ball goes out of bounds. It will still be Tiger basketball. They trail by 6. Hockenberry finds Richter. He's a deadly shooter. I think that's his first miss. Doesn't look to take a shot a lot, but it's pretty successful, at least so far tonight he has been. And we've got a foul, I believe, on Nathan Seaton for Glidden Ralston. Second personal on Seaton. First team foul in this second half against Glidden Ralston. Hockenberry to do the inbounding for Guthrie Center. Drops it off for Lewis, who is double teamed quickly, and has the ball knocked around. Still fighting for it. Now they're going to get a foul on Whitaker, who's going hard after the ball. It's always tough, I'm sure, to decide who committed a foul on who when there's bodies flying all over the place. That time the officials pointed out that Whitaker was just a bit too aggressive on that play. Richter gets the inbounds now. Guthrie Center has yet to score here in the second half. Richter just missing. York the rebound, and from point blank range, he gets the first points for Guthrie Center. 30-26 now. Glidden Ralston with the 4-point lead. Open is Morris underneath, and he is fouled by Hockenberry as Morris hits the floor. For Heath Hockenberry, that is his third personal. Clay Morris will step up to the free throw line now. Morris had 6 points in the first half. Jeremy David started the ball game, did not start the second half. Morris too strong with the first. Hockenberry will have a seat. He's replaced in the lineup by Nathan Beck. And Morris able to get 1 of 2. 31-26 now the count. Nathan Seaton. Back screen by York. York crashing in, and Rohrbeck pulls it down for Glidden Ralston. And they do get the foul called against number 55, Marcus Lewis. Rohrbeck was stumbling. Lewis was stumbling on him, and they called him for the foul. Five and a half minutes left here, third period. No one really taking control of this ball game. Glidden Ralston has had the lead a majority of the time here in this contest. And they will still have it as Danner will inbound it underneath his own basket. His team leads it by 5, 31-26. Seaton swooping around, and we've got a foul called on York. Alex York, very aggressive player. He now has 4 fouls. And he has kind of been the main grinder down low for Guthrie Center, and he'll have to come out. There's Tony Whitaker. Got good position. Whitaker with 10 points now. 33-26. Glidden Ralston extends their lead to 7. They led by as many as 11 very early in this ball game. Lewis, Michael Lewis, number 31, has done a majority of the ball handling, and now he's trying to get something going on the inside. Now he does pop out to take the basketball. There's Richter looking more for his shot here in this third period. Follow no good by Hunt, and the ball still alive. Guthrie Center had it momentarily, then losing it out of bounds was Marcus Lewis. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Glidden Ralston trying to put together a little run here. Create some more space between them, and that's a tough shot, followed by Rohrbeck. No good, and Michael Lewis with good position on the rebounding. Going to call the block on Seaton. Was not set. On Nathan now, that is his third. Here comes Jeremy David in, replacing Clay Morris. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left, third period. 33-26, Glidden Ralston. Danner fighting for it, knocks it out of bounds. Danner will have a seat as Andy Pudens checks in. Pudens, a senior. Good shooter from the outside. Hasn't had a decent look at a basket. Did have a key steal and assist to end the first half as he hit Blair Danner slashing to the basket. There's Michael Lewis, good body control. 11 points now for Lewis. 33-28 now. Pudens with it. Guthrie center playing a very sticky man-to-man. And Pudens thought Seaton was going to continue on to the basket, dropped him a dime, and the dime rolled out of bounds. Tony Whitaker will get a breather as John Augustus checks in for the Wildcats. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left, third period. Lewis pops up for a three-pointer, no good. And David now. Glidden Ralston really, from what I've seen so far in this season, at their most effective when they are running and pushing the ball up court under control. Right there you see Pudens knocking down his first basket. 35-28 now the count. Marcus Lewis driving his way, and it's going to be a foul on Jason Rohrbeck. Glidden Ralston, you can tell they really do like the up-tempo game. They like to push the ball up the floor, and they get their best results when they do that. Main thing there is that they're under control. That time, kind of a delayed break as David found Pudens open. And he's stepping out and knocking down the jumper. It's fun basketball to watch, and it's the kind of basketball you've come to expect from Glidden Ralston here the last few years. Well, Marcus Lewis gets 1 out of 2 free throws, but the Wildcats cannot grab the rebound, and it goes out of bounds back to the Tigers. 35-29. David steps in, almost got away with that steal. On the floor right now for Glidden Ralston, we have Jason Rohrbeck, John Augustus, Andy Pudens, Nathan Seaton, and Jeremy David. Lewis leaving it out there for Hunt. His little spin in the lane. Good for a bucket. He now has 3 points. And Kurt Hunt has been around the basket a lot, down low. First time he's gotten one to go in. 35-31. Glidden Ralston, that 4-point lead. Guthrie center, not letting the Wildcats get too far away from them. There's Augustus, had it slapped away from behind. Was able to get it out to David now, and Pudens controlling things for Glidden Ralston. And another turnover. As we approach 2.5 minutes left here, third period. Nice drive for Michael Lewis. 13 points on the night for him. It looks like he's getting stronger and stronger as this game continues on. There's a tough shot taken by Seaton. This game has been a very scrappy contest. Nothing's been easy for either team here tonight. Everything's been contested. There's Seaton getting a hand on that one. Marcus Lewis, little short jumper is good. 5 points for the freshman off the bench. And we're tied up. 35-35. Tough pass into Rohrbeck. Forcing it in there was Seaton, and it's taken away. Jason Rohrbeck will get a short breather here. John Augustus will have a seat as Tony Whitaker checks back in. Under 2 minutes now in the third. Guthrie Center's battled back. Trailed by 7 at times here in this third period. Out in front of things is Seaton. Morris sees him late and now helps to set up the offense. But good recognition by Morris to see there was nothing there. His shot no good. Marcus Lewis battling on the boards, pulls it down for the Tigers. Richter creates a better spot for himself on the free throw line. A little too strong on the shot. Ralston has used a lot of different combinations in the ball game tonight. Trying to find one that works consistently. They had lineups that have worked pretty well at times, and other times has gone kind of stagnant. Good pressure on Morris, but he gets it away. There's Pudens on the jumper from the free throw line. And Andy can hit those shots. Give him some space out there and give him some time to eye it up, and he can do it. Not sure who they're going to call this one on. Glidden Ralston leads at 37-35, and they give the foul to Nathan Beck of Guthrie Center. That's his first of the ball game. Up off the bench quickly is Heath Hockenberry. He'll check in for Michael Lewis in the final 35 seconds of this third period. Justin Walters in the ball game for Glidden Ralston now. Richter guarding Morris. Seaton has his pass picked off. Guthrie Center with 12 seconds left here, waiting for the last shot, trying to tie it up and perhaps take the lead with the three-pointer. Down to 7 seconds now. Hockenberry going to make his move. Richter back to Hockenberry. He'll have to take a three-pointer just off the mark. Basket no good. Had it gone, it would not have counted. Came after the buzzer. So at the end of 3, Glidden Ralston still hanging on, 37-35. Well, like the girls game before this one, we start the fourth quarter and really anybody's ball game yet. Just a 2-point difference between these two teams. Glidden Ralston will get the ball, and they currently have the lead. But we can see how fast leads can build and dwindle in this ball game. David left open from the top of the key, knocks down the 3. Jeremy David, second three-pointer of the ball game. He has 8 points. Pushes the lead back to 5 now. Lewis. Three-pointer taken by Beck, no good, and the Wildcats come away with it. Whitaker wasn't expecting that pass, but saw it in time. Rohrbeck, nice little fake. Lane opened up for him nicely that time, and Jason Rohrbeck, his first basket of the second half. He now has 9, the lead back to 7, 42-35. Marcus Lewis, too strong on that one. Michael Lewis had it momentarily, could not control it. Now Glidden Ralston. Make sure they don't make any silly mistakes. Rohrbeck off to the wing to Whitaker. His finger roll attempt hits the side of the basket, and now Rohrbeck right there to clean it up. And the Wildcats go on a little bit of a run to start the fourth quarter. They lead it by 9, 44-35. Guthrie Center will have the ball. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in this ball game. What was once just a 2-point lead has been now spread to a 9-point deficit. Glidden Ralston can score in a hurry, as we saw right there. There's a slap. Well, Glidden Ralston had it momentarily. Walters shoveled past that one to Marcus Lewis. Michael Lewis with that spin move he likes so much. Michael Lewis now with 15 points on the night. Draws his team to within 7 once again. You get the feeling old Guthrie Center can score some points in a hurry as well, especially when it's in the hands of that man, Michael Lewis. This time he has it stolen away, and we got the foul called against Lewis of Guthrie Center. That's the third personal now on him. sixth team foul committed by Guthrie Center. The next one will put the Wildcats in the bonus. But the Glidden REC has another great way of heating. It's thermal storage heat. Its cost is reduced with off-peak rates, low installation, and very inexpensive equipment cost. The heat rises out of the floor where the comfort is best. So if you're thinking about adding on a new workshop or building a new home, call the Glidden REC at 1-800-253-6211. There's Rohrbeck working hard with the basketball. Draws the foul that time. Will go against Hockenberry of the Tigers. That is 4 on him now, and Rohrbeck with 11 points to follow up on his 25-point performance last night. And maybe he's a little tired from that one as he leaves that one just a touch short. Well, Wes Bunnell, owner of Clark Plumbing and Heating at 1005 North Elm Street in Jefferson, would like to cheer the Wildcats on. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, call Wes at 515-386-3614 in Jefferson, your full-line Lennox dealer. Very opportunistic point right there for Blair Danner. And the answer right back for the Tigers for Ben Richter. And we have a blocking foul called against Hockenberry, and that is 5 on him. Hockenberry, according to my records, is out of the ball game with 5 points. (46-39) is our score. We've got 5 minutes and 26 seconds left in this ball game. Hockenberry will leave. Not in a very timely fashion, I might add. Clay Moore is at the free throw line. Too strong, and the rebound corralled on the tip out. Now Richter has it. Always hate it when you have free throw attempts and can't make a go of it, especially in the waning moments of the ball game. I don't know if 5 minutes constitutes waning, but we're getting down to the end here, and when you lead by 7, you realize that's not a very big cushion. Good defense played, however, by the Wildcats, and they get the ball right back, and a foul against Michael Lewis. He now has 4 fouls, so he's in a little bit of danger of fouling out as well. Ralston in the bonus, so that will send Clay Morris back to the free throw line. 1 more foul committed, and Glidden Ralston will be in the double bonus. Morris knocks that one down. 8 points for Clay here tonight, and tries to make it, but cannot quite. It's an 8-point lead. Try to make it 9 right there, and here comes Alex York. Rebound is blocked by Whitaker, and they do finally get the foul called as Michael Lewis will go to the free throw line. I believe it's Tony Whitaker, perhaps. It is on Tony. Blocked the first one. The second one got too much body. Guthrie Center fans wanted a foul committed as York was going to the basket initially. Did not get that call. Just over 5 minutes left here in the ball game. Points for Michael Lewis, the junior, leading the way for the Tigers here tonight, keeping his team close. 47-40. Glidden Ralston with the lead, but we've seen, especially in this ball game, how quickly that can change. Rohrbeck cleans the boards on that miss. You want to be deliberate offensively now with a lead and under 4 minutes left in the ball game, but you never want to quit being aggressive on the offensive side of things either, because that's when you get a little lazy and start committing some turnovers. And we have a timeout called by Glidden Ralston. Coach Talene going to talk maybe just about that fact as well. 47-40, Wildcats hanging on. 4 minutes and 41 seconds left in this ball game. Glidden Ralston trying to make a sweep of it here tonight. And there was Rohrbeck in that no area. Turns the ball right back over to Guthrie Center, 47-40. Glidden Ralston keeping up the full court pressure on the defensive side of things, and very close to an over and back there on Guthrie Center, but they did not. Ben Richter with the ball now swings it near side to Michael Lewis. There's York. Going to call a foul on the push against Tony Whitaker, I believe. It is on Tony, and that is now 4 on him. So Tony has to be careful. Guthrie Center not in the bonus as of yet, so they will inbound it. Going to go for the lob. York goes up and gets it, and then Rohrbeck blocks him, and the foul called. Now that's 4, according to my books, against Rohrbeck now. And with 4:18 left, Glidden Ralston could hardly afford to lose either one of those two players in Whitaker and Rohrbeck. Now the scoreboard has it as a 3rd foul on Rohrbeck. Alex York, the senior. 7 points so far tonight. Nice looking arc on that one. He now has 8. Checking in for Whitaker is Nathan Seaton. Lead is just 5 for Glidden Ralston rather. Jeremy David, Clay Morris with the ball now. Morris picks up his dribble, but Trapp was not able to get set up quickly enough. Blair Danner with it near side as we approach 4 minutes left. Jeremy David, nice move to the basket, and nice pass from Blair Danner. 10 points for Jeremy David now. Richter, shot off the mark, might have been partially blocked, and it was blocked by Blair Danner. 49-42, Glidden Ralston able to maintain that 7 to 5 point lead here in the late moments of this ball game. And David reaching in. York leaves it short. Going to call a foul on Blair Danner, I believe. Wherever Alex York is, there's a lot of banging and movement. He is aggressive, if nothing else. So far in the second half, he's been getting the benefit of going to the free throw line. On Blair Danner now, that is his 2nd personal. 8th team foul committed by Glidden Ralston, so Guthrie Center also now in the bonus situation. Nice rebound by Rohrbeck. Still a 7-point bulge for Glidden Ralston. 3:38 left in this ball game. Rohrbeck. And there's a foul on York. And Alex York, I believe, that is 5 on him. Thus the standing ovation from the Glidden bench, and he will have to sit down. So he's played quite a while with 4 fouls. But he'll have to be replaced in the lineup now by Marcus Lewis. And York gave it a good run. He played hard. We'll give him that. He was the main inside presence for Guthrie Center. Jason Rohrbeck with 12 points. His team enjoying now a 9-point lead. 3.5 minutes left to go in this one. Michael Lewis now going to take control of things, and good body control on that one. 18 points for Lewis. 51-44. Glidden Ralston. Open as Rohrbeck, nice pass. Didn't really have that before he shot it, and it showed as it was short. 7-point lead could be down to 4. Is not. Off of the leg of Marcus Lewis, out of bounds. Blair Danner was sandwiched between a couple of Tiger defenders there, and lucky for him, the ball went off the knee of Marcus Lewis. 3 minutes exactly left in this ball game. Still, anyone could claim this one as Clay Morris working against the extended man-to-man defense of the Tigers now. David and Rohrbeck. Rohrbeck, adjustment in the air, can't quite get it to go, And Richter will control it now for Guthrie Center. Nice block by Rohrbeck, out of bounds. Last touch by Glidden Ralston, so the Tigers will still have it. Tony Whitaker with 4 fouls checks back in, replacing Nathan Seaton. And a timeout on the floor, 51-44. Glidden Ralston with 2:29 left in the ball game. They lead it. Lewis will inbound it for the Tigers underneath their own basket. Guthrie Center trails it by 7. 2:29 left in this ball game. Not much spacing going on right there. Marcus Lewis does control it. Now he'll take a shot from just inside the arc. And the freshman has shown that he can shoot the ball. He has 7 points on the night. It's a 5-point deficit is all for Guthrie Center. Here's that double team we were talking about. Nice ball movement so far by Glidden Ralston. Whitaker going to call the charge on him. And Michael Lewis, a man with 4 fouls, very gutsy, taking the charge there. And that one is on Whitaker, and Tony has fouled out. That is 5 on him, so he'll have to sit down. Glidden Ralston has yet to replace him. We only have 4 out there right now. And no one... Coach Shilley waiting to the last second to replace Whitaker in the lineup. It's Nathan Seaton. Thought maybe he's going to try something different and go with 4 there for a while. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left in this ball game. Just a 5-point spread. Glidden Ralston hanging on here. Guthrie Center breaks the press. Marcus Lewis sees an opening. And they're going to call a foul on Rohrbeck, I believe. And that now is 4 on Jason Rohrbeck, so he's in a bit of foul trouble. Well, Jay's Line, Highway 30 East and Carroll, they are experts when it comes to your car and your car's needs and front end alignments and the like. At Jay's Line, they'll inspect your brakes, steering, suspension, exhaust, and of course your tires. Jay's Line carries a superb line of tires, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Uniroyal, and Multi-Miles. So for all your car's needs, call John at Jay's Line, Highway 30 East in Carroll. Well, Marcus Lewis gets 1 of 2, but the rebound is handled by the Tigers. So just a 4-point game now. And Guthrie Center has the ball. 1:50 left, and Lewis takes it strongly to the basket. Does a double pump, and now a foul committed by Lewis. And he knows it. A little upset at himself, I'm sure, for... Expected more contact, I think, when he drove to the basket than he got, and kind of surprised him, and he left that one short. We'll go to the other end now, and Nathan Seaton will step up to the free throw line. Nice showing for the freshman Marcus Lewis off the bench tonight for Guthrie Center. He has 8 points. And Nathan Seaton, his first point of the ball game. Very important free throws here. 52-47. And Seaton knocks down the second. Nathan will have a seat. Andy Pudens comes in and replaces him. Back to a 6-point spread now. 53-47 with 1:40 left. Michael Lewis, the man who can create for Guthrie Center. Richter can shoot it. That one partially blocked, I believe, by Morris. Danner able to corral it for Glidden Ralston. And now the Wildcats going to take their time and hope Guthrie Center fouls them. Andy Pudens with the ball. And there's going to be an over and back call. And a timeout being called by Guthrie Center. So a turnover gives Guthrie Center another chance here with 1:18 left in the ball game. The Tigers are trailing by 6. Guthrie Center has the ball. They trail by 6 now. Clock running at 1:15. They want to get an open shot there for Michael Lewis. This time he fakes the outside jumper, takes it to the basket. Ball tapped around. A couple of Tigers could not handle it. Blair Danner there, very opportunistic with his rebounds here in the late going. 1 minute exactly left now. Danner and David Back to Danner now, just waiting for someone to foul him. There's Rohrbeck. Playing a little keep away now as the clock is running. Wide open is Blair Danner underneath. Nice look from Jeremy David. 8 points for Blair Danner. That shot blocked by Jason Rohrbeck. As Richter lined that three-pointer up and Rohrbeck saw it coming, knocks it out of bounds. 55-47, Glidden Ralston with an 8-point lead now. 37 seconds left. There's Lewis. He's going to throw up a three, and it's on the mark, just a bit short. Marcus Lewis with it. They leave him open. He can shoot from out there. Nice block out by Andy Pudens. Here's David. Up ahead is Rohrbeck ahead of the field. And they let him go, and he'll finish off the play. 15 points for Rohrbeck tonight, and the lead is 10 now. This clock winding down. No good. Jeremy David has it slapped out of bounds, and the Wildcats looking good now, 57-47. And that most likely will be the final score. So Glidden Ralston goes to 3-2 in conference play with a 10-point victory over Guthrie Center. And it's a sweep here this Saturday. The leading scorer for Glidden Ralston, Jason Rohrbeck, had 15 points tonight. Tony Whitaker added 10 before fouling out. Blair Danner off the bench had 8. And Jeremy David, nice showing tonight with 10 points as well for Guthrie Center. Their leading scorer was Michael Lewis, who had 18 points. Marcus Lewis added 8. Alex York threw in 8 before he fouled out. And Ben Richter had 7 for the Tigers. Our final score, 57-47. Glidden Ralston over Guthrie Center. And in the girls' matchup, it was a close one. The last-second steal and basket by Amy Hondos gave the Lady Wildcats a victory, 41-39. They go to 4-1 in conference play. And the boys win it as well. So it's a sweep here tonight. A final score in the boys game once again, 57-47. Glidden Ralston wins it over Guthrie Center. Thank you for watching 10 TV Sports. I'm Darren Bach, for photographer John Johnson. We'll see you next time.